A tactic boasting a 94% win rate? Gotta check this one out. This one is called the Ultimate 433. The Steam Workshop unfortunately doesn't have a lot of information on it. It does have a thumbnail, Ultimate 433, 94% win rate, version 2. It does have Jude Bellingham as a Dortmund player, but it does say top tactic, 94% win rate, plus also see my 4-3-2-1 tactic, 120 plus goals. We will check that out at some other point. But this is from a creator called Danny JB92. So clearly it starts off as a standard 4-3-3, a sweeper, keeper, and defend, wing backs on the left and right, ball playing defenders, an anchor this time around, two Mazzalas up front, inside forwards up front beyond that, and then an advanced forward in front of them. Attacking mentality in possession is attacking with his fairly wide. Approach play is pass into space. Focus play down the left and right and out of defense. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Whipped crosses this time around and run at defense. And then in transition, counter press, counter, slow pace down, and then throw it long. So things we haven't seen before. Out of possession, high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Those we've seen all the time. But now, how did it do for our three teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Ipswich Town in the championship? Well, as you can see, Liverpool in first place, 94 points, only losing 4 the entire season. That is insane. Aston Villa getting into third place, 76 points. This is a tactic to take a look at. Liverpool beating Manchester United in the EFL Cup final 3-0, trophy number 2. Unfortunately, not able to beat Manchester United in the FA Cup, a little bit more of an important cup, but 0-1, unfortunately no trophy number 3. Until you get to the Europa League, and we do get trophy number 3, 2-0 over Ajax, a fantastic win, beating the likes of Rangers, Young Boys, and Benfica as well. Only one issue the entire time. One loss against Toulouse. You could say one draw against Copenhagen, but still a fantastic run to the Europa League final and Champions League twice around. So I am expecting a lot of good stuff from this tactic and this squad. 24 goals for Nunez and Diaz apiece, 16 for Jota, Salah all the way down with 14 with Gakpo as well. That is still a lot of spreading around. 18 assists for Salah, Zoboszlai for 14, not too bad. 750, wow, 5 appearances for Kelleher. Salah with 733, 722 for Jota, not bad at all. I mean, look at this second half of the season for Aston Villa. That is crazy. January, FA Cup third round, you're already out, but everything else is a fantastic result, all the way up to the Europa League Conference Final, which we will see in just a minute. Unfortunately, Liverpool kicked the crap out of them in the EFL Cup third round. I missed that the first time around, 0-1. And Arsenal out in the FA Cup third round, 0-2. You're out immediately in both. That hurts. But they were clearly putting all their eggs in both the Premier League basket and the Europa Conference League. Got to the final, beat Genk 1-0. Beating the likes of Olympiacos, Fenerbahce, Rapid Vienna, not too bad. Not a single loss at all. Not a single draw either. 10-0, 12-0 on aggregate against Boltefelag. But that whole cup run is impressive. Squad-wise, though, looking fantastic already. 37 goals for Ollie Watkins. Diaby was 17. Assist-wise, not too bad. A little lower than what we'd expect. 15 for Luis Hielemans with 13. He gets up there every now and again. Average rating, Leon Bailey was 7.24. Again, I was expecting a little bit more out of the stats for what they did, but, I'll take it. It looks pretty nice still. Data Hub for Liverpool having a really strong spread of attacking numbers defensively as well. Again, I don't understand why it's now so incredible defensively when previously it was just okay for most of the tactics we've done. But I'll have to take a look at that later. But attacking wise, through the roof. Aston Villa, slightly different, but still some seriously strong numbers. And there are definitely going to be some areas in the Premier League stats that just are impressive. Liverpool with only 94 goals, though. I've seen them with higher, so interesting to see. Aston Villa with 92 is fantastic. Of course, few shots against is in there. Possession, no, not really. But dribbling, we saw that this was a dribbling tactic in some of the Data Hub stats. But you got some great numbers there, and no question about it. Tackling, no. Pass completion, no. Most shots for, of course, the attacking side is there. 683 and 587, not bad at all. And if we look at player overviews, Ollie Watkins with 30, Diaz with 19. That is impressive right there. And you got several players, on the higher side, basically over average what we usually see. But Luis with 11, McAllister with 10 assists, Leon Bailey with 9, not bad. Player of the match awards, Diaz with 9, kind of on the higher side of average. But Martinez in there, pass completion, dribbles made, of course, Diaby's in there. Most tackles, You got most key passes is Douglas Luiz and Szoboszlai is in there, and most shots, of course. And seeing that Liverpool and Aston Villa did really well, I'm glad to see Ipswich Town topping the charts, 105 points, drawing with Leeds though, funny enough. But 32, 9, and 5, 107 goals for, 105 points. Well done. But as we would expect, out against Fulham in the EFL Cup quarterfinals, and then out in the FA Cup third round, immediately 0-1 against Tottenham. Squad-wise, 35 goals for Hurst. Fantastic run right there. 15 for Broadhead. You've got several in the double digits, which is great to see. Assist-wise, a little lower than what I would expect. 13, though, for Harness. Broadhead with 11. And average rating, Hurst was 727. And let me know if you want to see the stats for the championship side. I mean, if it's done for the Premier League side, it's very similar usually with the championship side. Most goals, Ipswich Town 107. Fewest shots you got there too, 346. But most possession, dribbles made down in fourth, so not as well as Liverpool had done. Most tackles, they're at the bottom. Most pass completion, best pass completion, no, but most shots for, you do have them in third. Player overview, you got to say, I mean, George Hurst, 31 goals, no question about it. Marcus Anderson with assists, most player of the match award. You got several players. Passing, though, no. Dribbles made, funny enough, no. Tackles, you got Brandon Williams. Most key passes, though, of course, Leif Davis is in there. Most shots, George Hurst. But overall, I definitely say this is a tactic to take a look at. It did a fantastic job for all three teams, no question about it. I mean, look at the point totals. Look at the goals. It's crazy. I definitely want to check out his 4-3-2-1, which he claims has 120 plus goals. We'll see what that is at some point. But for this tactic, fantastic. Definitely check it out. But that is it for me, Seffian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.